All right, 12.3 is what we call central tendency. The frequency table gives you the idea of where the numbers are, you know, what the values kind of look like in terms of how they're shaped, where the numbers are in terms of, you know, there's more numbers in the low range, more numbers in the middle range, or whether they're evenly distributed. This lesson uses different means to analyze the behavior of values in the center, because again, you kind of want to know about center because that kind of tells you what all the numbers are doing. So make sure you write down these definitions, or at least have them memorized, because if you don't know what they are, then there's no way you can get them right. The mean is the result of adding all the values and dividing the number of values. The median is a result of putting the values in order and then choosing the middle value, which this is a tricky one because you need to be careful. Mode is the value that occurs the most. Again, that could be also tricky. And then range is the value found by subtracting the lowest from the highest in the set. We used range differently in 12.2, where we were talking about the lowest to the highest. It's still there, but in terms of the central tendency, if they ask for the range, typically they want the distance from lowest to highest. So if your lowest number is 2 and your highest number is 10, your range is 8, because 10 minus 2 is 8. All right. They don't want 2 up to 10. They want 8, as in like this data covers 8 values. This lesson is based in practice and fluency. If you do not become a natural at finding each one, then you'll run the risk of making a small mistake on your assessment. So again, just make sure you are ready to do what you need to do, and you should be okay. But it's just practice. Like, that's really all it is. So find the mean, median, mode, and range of each set. So the mean of this is going to be, add all these numbers up. So 8, 10, and again, making calculator mistakes will kill you, so be careful to also look what you're typing and don't lose your place. And that has a total of 97. And 97 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is going to give me a mean of about 8.8. I don't know what the computer is going to have you round to, but again, that's the key. The mean is what we usually know as average, where you add everything up and divide. That's how I find your grade average on tests. I add up all the actually, that's where your cumulative grades come from. So for your homework, I add up all the points in your homework, or all your homework scores divided by the number of homework assignments that you have, and again, it gives me the average. The median is also known as average, but it's not the average that we know. In order to find the median, you have to put them in order. So 4, 4, 5, 7, 8, counting repeats in this case, 9, 10, 10, 10, looks like 12, and 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 values. Always helps to kind of check on that stuff. But anyway, as you're doing that, here's what you look at. Front to back. If you cross off one front to one back, and I'm not going to cross them off because I'll probably need these values again. One front to one back, one front to one back, front to back, front to back. Notice that the middle number here is 9. So 9 would be your median. That's it. Now there is a situation that pops up when there's more than one middle, but we'll talk about that. But again, median is your middle number. Mode is the one that occurs the most, and that's why I said I wanted to make sure I could still read it. There are 2 4s. Nope, there's 3 10s. So the number that occurs the most in this case is 10, because 10 is the most popular. Pretty much the way mode works, you could have more than one mode, or you could have 0 modes. It's the most popular, and if everybody in a group has the same number of votes, then there's really nobody popular. Okay, so actually, I'm sorry, it has to have more than one vote. It has to be more than one, But again, you can have more than one mode possible. We'll hopefully see that at some point in this stuff. And then your range is lowest to highest, so 4 to 18. 18 minus 4 is 14, and that would be it. So those are your 4 numbers that you're practicing finding today, and that's it. Again, central tendency, statistics, is just making sure you understand how to get to those values. So find the median of this set of values. I think I already put them in order for you. 1 to back, front to back, front to back. And now notice we have 2 values in the middle, because if I underline both, then I have nothing left. So what you do here is you find the average, which is the mean of 18 and 21. So 18 plus 21 equals, divided by 2 equals, which is 19.5. But again, whenever there's more than one number in the middle for the median, you actually have to average those numbers to make sure you know what you're doing there. All right. And I think the rest of these notes are just the trick questions you're going to see. So just make sure you understand. Again, find the mode of this. 2, 8, 10, 6, 3, 12, 15. No one voted for anyone more than once. I don't know if you've ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean, but they have a episode where in order to have a pirate king, someone must win a vote. But there couldn't ever be a pirate king because everyone voted for themselves. And because everyone voted for themselves and no one had a majority vote, then, you know, there couldn't be one. Well, in this case, again, if you don't have anybody who's important enough to have more than one vote, then that just means everybody's selfish, which means that there is no mode. All right, so again, no mode because there's only one of each. In order to have a mode, you must have at least 2 of some number. You can have more than one mode, but you have to have at least 2 of some number. In this case, we are looking at, looks like 2 numbers stick out to in my brain at least, 5, 5, and 5, which has 3, 9, 9, and 9, which has 3. And in this case, because 5 and 9 actually have more than one, you can potentially say, or you can say, that you have 2 of them. 5 and 9 are both your modes. All right. So again, you have one mode whenever there's just one winner. You have no mode when you don't have anybody repeat more than once. And you have multiple modes. You could have 3 modes if there was another 1 and another 1. Then in that case, it would be 5, 9, and 1. But you can have multiple modes when there is a tie for first place. But again, in order for there to be a first place, you have to have more than one vote to win. Now, find the value of x that creates a mean of 15. This is the problem that you need to be careful on, but it's not so bad once you understand how mean works. In order to find mean, we take the sum divided by the number of objects equals mean. And so if we can find the sum, that would be 4 plus 10 plus 10 plus 20 plus 19 plus x divided by the number of items, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, equals the mean, which as it says here is 15. So what we're looking at here is simplify the top. 4, 14, or 10, 20, 40. That'd be 59, 63, I think. Just to make sure. Yep, that's right. So again, now solving this is a problem that you might not have seen a lot in algebra, but in this case, you don't move to 63 first because 63 and x are at the top of a fraction. What we would do instead is multiply both sides by 6. That makes the 6's go away. 6 times 15 is 60 plus 30, which is 90. And then subtract your 63, getting x equals, I believe, 27. And the good news is you can actually check it by putting in your calculator as 4 plus 10 plus 10 plus 20 plus 19 plus x, which we found to be 27, equals divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see that the mean is 15. And so that's the one you have to be careful on. You might need to play this video when you answer it later on, but like I said, I don't think it's so bad. Or like I said, just send me your work on a piece of paper or send me your work in an email or a text and I'll be able to respond to that. But again, outside of that, make sure you work hard this week and We only got 2 more chapters left. Good luck.